Ross.
Thank you, Kankola. I'd like to endorse the sympathy which has been expressed by everybody in this House to the French people for the atrocity which was imposed on them, inflicted on them last Friday, and to express my sympathy to the ambassador and those in the gallery, and to say, yes, let's please take back home with you the sympathy of everybody in Ireland. Many of us in this House, I think, are Francophiles and visit France every year, many times a year. And to some extent, you'll understand when I say that I think this is seen by us not just as an attack on France, but also as an attack on Ireland, attack on those who feel for your country, feel a common bond with your country, and something which we will join with you in any way that we can in combating. I think it's probably indicative of what happened there and what's going to happen in the future, that the words of sympathy are not enough, and a lot of what has been said today is quite understandably rhetoric and not the proposal of concrete measures to combat what happened last Friday. That's not a criticism of anybody in government, and indeed it is a reflection of the fact that I suppose we feel reasonably helpless in this situation. And it's indicative of the fact that so much that has been said has been sympathetic. So much has shown a great deal of determination. But there is very little that has been said, or I can say, that is going to add or produce a solution to this awful problem which raised its ugly head last Friday. I think the French response to what happened was understandable. And indeed, I think it was inevitable. And does it not emphasize the extreme cowardice of those who committed this atrocity? That not only were they prepared to shoot in cold blood French citizens and citizens of other countries indiscriminately, but they must have known that the result of what they were doing was going to be a French response of the sort that we've seen in the last 2 days, which would have resulted in the death of innocent people, children, adults, grandparents, people not involved in Raqqa and in other places. They didn't care. They didn't care not only that the targets of their barbarity were dying, but that other people to whom they might be closer or nominally closer, and other innocent people in parts of Syria were going to die as well. And that is the type of depravity that we're facing at the moment, in something which is completely incomprehensible, I suppose, to people in this who hold the values which Taoiseach and Deputy Martin, others have expressed so eloquently today. I do not think we should, and I do not think we have any intention here of responding to this barbarity with barbarity. I think we're dumbstruck at the moment. I think we feel helpless. But I think that the fact that the Secretary of State for the United States has travelled to Paris is a show, not of strength, because military solutions in these situations are very difficult, if not impossible, but of burying minor differences which occur from time to time in international relations in the face of a common threat which we have to oppose. And indeed, may I just say finally that I welcome the fact that in this House, when awful occasions like this occur, that the differences which we manage to find, and find quite legitimately, are buried as insignificant in the face of what's been happening in France in the last few days.
Thank you. I now call on Minister Francis Fitzgerald.